welcome to the Mike Leaf Show. I'm Grant Wall, joined by Winona State head men's basketball coach Mike Leaf. And Coach, let's take a look back at this weekend. A couple of really good non-conference games for you. A big win over Ferris State on Saturday, and then a tough loss in the last seconds to Northwood on Sunday.
Yeah, it was quite the weekend, and it's hard to explain sometimes when you're watching replays of the game. But we played a tough Ferris team who had a tremendous point guard, or had been playing to that point. But Taylor Cameron, coming off an injury, did a really nice job on him. Others did as well, and we actually shot the ball pretty well, which we feel like we've got some really great shooters that are out there. So it was it was somewhat of a complete game, and it was one of those also earlier in the year we had gotten in some games where we let the opponents back into it, and here they made a small run, but then we were able to capitalize once again, and we got the W. The next afternoon against Northwood, it was a little different, and I will say that was it was probably the best team we played so far. They're comparable to a NSIC team. They've got at least a couple bigs that are in there that obviously do a lot for them, and so it was nice to be able to have our big guys go up against that competition, especially Skylar Loughlin. And I thought he did play pretty well.
Yeah.
He got us 13 boards, I think it was, and but just he had a solid game. Still has some miscues, but again, he's growing in that spot there. But I also think that we made some mistakes down the stretch where it cost us the game. And it's just absolutely ridiculous that we're shooting 60-some% from the free throw line. I mean, I'm just appalled by it. I've never had a team do that, and that's something where we've just got to, it's a mental thing that you have to concentrate on, and you don't want to put yourself in the position to have to make free throws at the end of the game, but you should make them throughout the game. And there's no question we should step to that line and finish and get the job done, and we just didn't let it happen.
Overall, this is a young team, a couple seniors, a lot of guys who are either freshmen playing their first college ball or guys who are playing increased minutes from last year. How much of Sunday's game can you use as a teaching tool? All right, when we get in these situations, here's how we need to handle it.
Yeah, no question it's going to be a big teaching tool for us, and it's one of those things where you find that here now it's crunch time, and we know we can't hand check, so we've got to really buckle down and stop the strengths. And against Northwood, they had 3 big strengths to them, and but that's it's really one of those things where I preach to our guys. It's not just the old cliche of one game at a time; it's one possession at a time. And the ball is gold. It really is, and it's something where victory favors the team making the fewest mistakes.
Yep.
I said that last time, but I repeat that to him all the time, that it is gold. You got to take care of it, and when you have it, it's precious. And so we've got to stop at one end and score at the other. And I think that was very evident that when you are in a closer game, when Taylor Cameron hits a couple free throws, you're up 58-55. That next possession is really important. And we lose the ball on a shooting of a free throw, them shooting a free throw and a miss, and they keep the ball alive. And right then and there, you get that rebound, it changes the outcome of the game, and that can be any game that you're in. So those are the big teaching points that we have to carry over, and especially in our conference, because we know we're going to be in a lot of battles and a lot of close games.
Well, these games last weekend were the last 2 non-conference games for the Warriors before they start conference play this coming Saturday. Later on this week, we'll sit down and talk to Coach about the start of NSIC play.